So, so in the previous discussion, cardiac cycle, cardiac muscle, this has been discussed, and in at the same time in the Saturday or in day before yesterday, आप लोगों का स्टार्ट हुआ है इलेक्ट्रोकार्डियोग्राफी। तो कार्डियक पोर्शन के बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स अभी चल रहे हैं कार्डियक के। अभी आज से मैं वास्कुलर सिस्टम मीन्स वास्कुलर मीन्स वी वांट टू नो अबाउट द सर्कुलेटरी कंपोनेंट्स मीन्स ब्लड वेसल्स कंपोनेंट के बारे में हम थोड़ा डिटेल करेंगे। वी विल रीड मोर अबाउट द डिटेल्स ऑफ द ब्लड वेसल्स। ब्लड वेसल्स का के डिफरेंट कंपोनेंट यानी जैसे you must be knowing till now that blood vessels are not like only artery vein capillaries, but rather than arteries are also big arteries, medium size arteries, then small size arteries, and then there is arterioles, meta arterioles, then capillaries. So there is so many divisions, and arteries are themselves are very much broad. Similarly, venous system, that is which arises from the capillaries, they join together to form venules, then smaller, then large veins, and ultimately they end up in the vena cava and finally into the heart. So heart को दोनों side से means right and left, both sides we have right. Left heart is mainly connected with the output of the arterial system. Similarly, right heart connected to the arteries going to the pulmonary system, and and similarly, and right atrium is taking or receiving all the venous blood, all the venous components, and left atrium receiving from the pulmonary circulation. So our heart is basically having the four chambers that you know in much detail after the various discussions in the cardiac cycle. कार्डियक साइकिल के सभी डिस्कशंस होने के बाद अभी आपको उनके कंपोनेंट्स और हार्ट के चैम्बर्स के बारे में, उनके फंक्शनिंग के बारे में थोड़ा ज़्यादा पता है। अब हम आज सिर्फ और सिर्फ वास्कुलर सिस्टम पे ध्यान देंगे, जो व्हाट आर दी वेरियस कंपोनेंट्स ऑफ द वास्कुलर सिस्टम। So first coming to the organization of vascular system means how our circulation or how our vascular systems are organized in our body. When we say the vascular system, it is just same as the circulatory system. दोनों नाम में कोई अंतर नहीं है। Now just see the beside diagram here. इस डायग्राम में आप ये देखेंगे कि there is in the center portion, in the center of this diagram, which I am marking here, you can notice there is a heart. In the center of this diagram, there is a heart. इसके right side and left side में marking की गई है right atrium, right ventricle, which is marked in blue color. Similarly, slightly reddish color, that is left atrium and left ventricle. इस तरह से ये जो दो कलर हैं ये हमारे हार्ट को दो डिविजन्स में बता रहे हैं और ये बताने का ट्राई कर रहे हैं कि जो राइट पोर्शन ऑफ द हार्ट इज बेसिकली मेनली द वेनस ब्लड इज सर्कुलेटिंग इन इट एंड द लेफ्ट इज मेनली द आर्टेरियल ब्लड. Not more detail of that, not the venous or arterial. You can just say the word oxygenated and deoxygenated. Means left heart which receiving the blood, mainly the oxygenated blood. जो भी लंग्स में ऑक्सीजनेशन होता है उस कंपोनेंट को ऐड होने के बाद, ऑक्सीजनेशन ऐड होने के बाद हमारे लेफ्ट साइड में ब्लड आते हैं और लेफ्ट एट्रियम से लेफ्ट वेंट्रिकल में दे पास थ्रू द बेसिकली द mitral valve, it is the bicuspid valve, you know, and from the left ventricle the blood circulates to the arterial system. When we say the arterial system, it means we are talking about so many organ systems which are receiving various arteries. For example, here to start with, you can say the arterial system means it is basically the cerebral circulation, We will read this topic in more detail in a separate heading, cerebral circulation. Means हमारे ब्रेन के और अपेंडेजेज जो ब्रेन के साथ में जो एरियाज हैं उनमें जो सर्कुलेशन होता है. उसके बाद there is another topic, that is the coronary circulation. You should get clear about that. ब्रेन के बाद हमारे हार्ट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट ऑर्गन फॉर आवर सर्वाइवल, so that also needs constant arterial blood, constant oxygenated blood. In anatomy you will read in more details about the various branches of the coronary artery and the portions of heart which are supplied by that branches individually. So coronary circulation. तो ये सिस्टमिक सर्कुलेशन जब हम बोलते हैं, जब हम ये बोलते हैं कि जो लेफ्ट वेंट्रिकल से ब्लड हमारे वेरियस सिस्टम्स में सप्लाई करते हैं, सो दीज आर बेसिकली supplying the various systems, means like the various organ systems of coronary, cerebral. Similarly our GIT में भी blood supply adequate होता है, and that is also called as splanchnic circulation. We will also read in more detail about this splanchnic, NIC. It will be SCH-NIC. Just some spelling mistake here. I am just undoing. Splanchnic circulation, it includes the GIT, liver, intestine, सबके सप्लाई को commonly एक splanchnic circulation. Then circulation to skin, and you know it is called as cutaneous circulation. हमारे blood ये systemic circulations के ही different divisions हैं. Similarly, it goes to the lungs also, but it is not via the right ventricular we are talking. We are talking the branches of the aorta, or the branches arising from the aorta which supplying the lungs, and this is called as the bronchial. This is called as the bronchial. हमारे lungs को सर्वाइवल के लिए ये हमारे उसको न्यूट्रिशन प्रोवाइड करते हैं, ऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड प्रोवाइड करते हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड ब्रोंकियल सर्कुलेशन. सिमिलरली देयर आर अदर सर्कुलेशंस आर लाइक मस्कुलर और स्केलेटोमोटल सर्कुलेशन. हमारे बोन्स और मसल को सप्लाई करने के लिए भी देयर इज द ब्रांचेज ऑफ द वेरियस आर्टरीज. So it is called as a skeletal-motor circulation. Every time it is circulation should be added. Circulation word should be added. So when we say the systemic circulation, it means the various divisions or the various organ systems which are surviving in our body. Similarly, there is to the skeletal-motor this, then renal, then upper limb and lower limb, they also get sufficient blood supply by the various branches of the artery. Now once this all the circulation, all the oxygenated blood reach there, they get their adequate nutrition and they have the proper functioning. There is metabolism process at the level of the tissue, and that metabolism causes generation of CO2, and that CO2 get added in this, and they extract the oxygen, and from there they get the venous tributaries or venous branches, ultimately which in the main vein, that is the vena cava, superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, and coronary sinus, they all drain into the right atrium. So this is basically the venous. So arterial circulation and venous circulation are in continuation of each other, although and thus our heart is receiving the art. In the meantime, oxygenated process और deoxygenated means जो deoxygenated blood जो हमारे lung heart में आए हैं, that will get renew, you can say, or you can say the refresh or just get oxygenated by going to the lungs. So there are the two circulations are arranged in series, that is called systemic and pulmonary circulation. We will read more details about all the features of the vascular system in individual circulations in more detail. that I will be taking part. I am the taking of that portions. हम सभी organs को कैसे कैसे हमारे blood supply हो रहे हैं और उनका क्या physiological significance है और उनके क्या disease association है, वो सारी चीजें हम थोड़ा आगे classes में पढ़ेंगे. So अभी right now we are just telling you about what I told you about the systemic circulation. They supply blood to the various systemic organs through parallel distribution of channels that we have seen in just previous discussion. This arrangement of vessels ensure the supply of blood of the same arterial composition. Here I just want to pause. Means जिस point पे मैं ये बताना चाह रहा हूँ कि जो सभी distribution channels जो various organs को जाते हैं उनको blood composition nearly or not nearly, it is same composition of blood मिलते हैं उन सभी organ systems को. Although there is some organic differences, like there is some blood like blood brain barrier, that brain do not allow some component of the blood to reach the brain. That is the different issue. But but our heart or our circulatory system, they send all with the same composition. Similarly, they get some essence of the arterial pressure. Here it not be the same. That some organ they get the arterial pressure of different intensity. किसी को ज्यादा फ्लो की जरूरत है, किसी को ज्यादा प्रेशर की जरूरत है, तो उसको ज्यादा प्रेशर से ब्लड जाता है, और किसी को कम फ्लो की जरूरत है, कम प्रेशर की जरूरत है, तो उसका वॉल्यूम और प्रेशर थोड़ा कम होता है. Like when we are in the resting position, when you are in the resting position, our different organs like our liver or the intestine, they get so much blood. As similarly our brain and heart, whereas our muscles they get a very lesser percentage of blood. But when we start doing some exercise, when we do some muscular exercise, our blood is shunted from that main vital organs उतना तक ही उनके पास रहेगा जितना उनके लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है सर्वाइवल के लिए या इवन फॉर द बेटर फंक्शनिंग के लिए. लेकिन एट दैट सेम टाइम there is the more supply to the cutaneous and the skeletal-motor system or the muscles circulation. So this is basically the changing in the pressure and the flow, and obviously the volume per unit time. This will be changed. We will read more details about the pressure, volume, resistance, everything, and that is read under the a different chapter, and that is called the biophysical principles. That will be called as biophysical principles of circulatory system, or it is also called as hemodynamics. ये फिजिक्स के क्या प्रिंसिपल्स अप्लाई होते हैं उसको हम और डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे. दैट इज इन द चैप्टर ऑफ हीमोडायनामिक्स, और उसी का दूसरा नाम हम रखेंगे बायोफिजिकल प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम. और उससे हम ये जानेंगे कि हाउ दे आर द डिफरेंट pressure, volume, resistance to the different organs. उसके बारे में हम we will read more detail. Now, what is the systemic circulation? Blood is pumped by the left ventricle through the arteries and arterioles to the capillaries, where it equilibrates with the interstitial fluid, and the capillaries drain through the venules into the veins and ultimately to the right atrium. That is the whole sequence. That is from the left atrium. From the left atrium, the circulation goes all the way. Here there is an exchange process mixing with the interstitial fluid, and then there is the return back to the heart. So this is called as the pulmonary systemic circulation. And what is pulmonary circulation means? When we say the pulmonary circulation, it is meant for the oxygenation of blood. So we are talking about this portion. When we say the pulmonary circulation, we are talking about this portion. What is this? Basically, this system is also arranged in series with the systemic circulation. So this sentence we will read after some time. That this is I just want to tell you what is happening here. So from in this the right artery, right ventricle, the blood is pumped through the pulmonary arteries. So right arteries, right वेंट्रिकल से ब्लड इज पंप थ्रू द पल्मोनरी आर्टरीज टू द पल्मोनरी कैपिलरीज, वहां से पल्मोनरी कैपिलरीज को सप्लाई हो रहे हैं, एंड पल्मोनरी सर्कुल कैपिलरीज द ब्लड इक्विलिब्रिएट्स विद द ऑक्सीजन एंड कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड ऑफ द alveolar air. And in the chapter of carbon dioxide and oxygen transport, you know the detailed mechanism of how the oxygen is transported from the atmospheric air to the blood and how the CO2 is carried or returned back to the atmosphere via the various system. So इन चीजों को आपने अच्छे से डिटेल में पढ़ा हुआ है by in the respiratory system chapter. So this is basically the oxygenation process and done by the pulmonary circulation. The capillaries, अब जो capillaries यहाँ पे हैं pulmonary capillaries, these capillaries basically they drain all this thing via the pulmonary veins, into the left atrium, and that is again left atrium to then start the systemic circulation. So the pulmonary and systemic are arranged in series. So what is this? So the pulmonary circulation is arranged in series with the systemic circulation, and because it is arranged in series, it receives the same amount of blood over any significant time period. जैसे हम बोलेंगे कि 1 मिनट के अंदर लंग्स यानी पल्मोनरी सर्कुलेशन में कितना ब्लड जाता है, it is the same amount of blood which will come in the systemic circulation. So the volume or the amount will be the same, although the pressure will be different, although the flow rate will be different, but ultimately the amount will be the same. And how much is the amount? That is called as, in 1 minute, that amount is called as cardiac output. जिस अमाउंट की हम बात कर रहे हैं कि 1 मिनट में एनी सिग्निफिकेंट पीरियड ऑफ टाइम में कितना अमाउंट ऑफ ब्लड हमारा हार्ट इजेक्ट करता है, या हमारा कितना अमाउंट ऑफ ब्लड हमारे सर्कुलेशन में है, आइदर इन द सिस्टमिक सर्कुलेशन और इन द पल्मोनरी सर्कुलेशन, इन 1 मिनट it is about the same as our whole blood volume. And what is that? And that whole blood volume is about 5 liter. And how this 5 liter is reached through this circulatory system, that I just want to tell you that you must be knowing that our heart beats at around 70 or you can say the 72 beat per minute, right? This is, you know. There is with each ventricular contraction, यानी लेफ्ट वेंट्रिकल एक बार कॉन्ट्रैक्ट जब करता है तो अराउंड 70 ml of blood is ejected from the heart, and this with each pumping कितना ब्लड रिजेक्ट होता है, that is called as stroke volume. Although it will depend from person to person, but I just call you the average stroke volume is around 60 to 70 ml. And if you multiply 70 into 72, you will reach at around the same 5 liter. आप वहीं सेम 5 लीटर पे पहुंचेंगे. So what does it signify? It signifies that हमारे बॉडी में जितना ब्लड है वो पूरे 1 मिनट के अंदर हार्ट में आके सर्कुलेट हो जाता है, यानी पूरे ब्लड 1 मिनट में साइकिल हो जाते हैं. That's why it is very important to know. So this is what is that it similarly lungs में भी 1 मिनट में 5 लीटर ब्लड चला जाता है और आ जाता है. So this is basically the significance of understanding the systemic and pulmonary circulation. I hope you got clear with this systemic and pulmonary circulation, and more details of this we will read pulmonary circulation in more detail in upcoming classes. Here just addition to this systemic and pulmonary circulation, there is another thing you must be noticing. या आप लोगों ने अभी तक एनाटॉमी में और भी फिजियोलॉजी के अदर क्लासेस में भी आपने कुछ ये नोटिस जरूर किया होगा कि what is basically that these जो कैपिलरीज में हमारे आइदर इन द पल्मोनरी कैपिलरीज और इन द सिस्टमिक में वेरियस ऑर्गन्स के कैपिलरीज like or in the liver, stomach, intestine, as well as in the cerebral, coronary, everywhere the capillaries are in continuous in touch with, or you can say in the exchange with, because of the capillary itself are having very high permeability. इनके अंदर बहुत हाई परमिएबिलिटी होते हैं, जिसकी वजह से इन कैपिलरीज से there is the exchange from the interstitial fluid, and ultimately that interstitial fluid they also get collected in the form of the tissue fluid, and they are nothing but our lymphatic system. So parallel to the systemic and pulmonary system, there is another circulation, and this circulation is called lymphatic circulation. This is called as lymphatic circulation. lymphatic circulation के बहुत डिटेल में आपने एनाटॉमी में पढ़ना है. उसके अंदर आपको ये पढ़ना है कि lymphatic circulation का जो कार्डियक में मीन्स थोरैसिक कैविटी में there is a cisterna chyli. There is a cisterna chyli. It is called as lymphatic heart. Cisterna chyli. You can say cisterna chyli. Cisterna chyli. And there is also having so many lymph nodes in everywhere in our neck system, that is cervical lymph nodes. In the axilla there is axillary lymph nodes. Then there is inguinal lymph nodes in the stomach area, in the abdomen, there in the pelvis area. So the lymph nodes are also there. So our systematic circulation, also you will read about thoracic duct. More details about the relations of the thoracic duct you will read in more details. So the lymphatic circulation में आपको ये दो टॉपिक आपको एनाटॉमी में डिटेल में पढ़ना है. अभी इस पॉइंट पे हम lymphatic circulation को जस्ट इंट्रोड्यूस करके आपको छोड़ रहे हैं. वी विल रीड मोर डिटेल्स आल्सो इन द माइक्रो सर्कुलेशन पोर्शन. जब हम कैपिलरीज पढ़ेंगे और देन हम लोग lymphatic पढ़ेंगे, वहां पे हम लोग पढ़ेंगे. So in addition to systemic and pulmonary circulation, the parallel to them is a disposed circulation of lymph, which help the blood circulation to perform its various functions. And main functions, you know, is the defense mechanism, maintaining the equilibrium or the pressure or the volume, as well as the composition of the systematic and the pulmonary circulation. Some tissue fluid enter the lymphatic channel as lymph, which ultimately drains into the venous system via the thoracic lymphatic duct. It is also called as thoracic duct, as well as the right lymphatic duct. So इस तरह से ये इसके अंदर जुड़े हैं. So we have read today about the systemic circulation, details of that, pulmonary circulation, and then the lymphatic circulation. I am just leaving the lymphatic circulation. Only thing that I just want to tell you that blood vessels are of different types based on their sizes and structural differences. More details of the structural differences will be taken care in the upcoming classes. अपकमिंग क्लास में हम ज्यादा डिटेल्स पढ़ेंगे कि जो डिफरेंट साइज वाले ब्लड वेसल्स के डिफरेंट स्ट्रक्चरल डिफरेंसेज होते हैं. सो दैट वी विल रीड इन द वेडनेसडे 6 to 6:30 PM. वेडनेसडे को 6 बजे से 6:30 बजे का मेरा नेक्स्ट क्लास होगा. उसके अंदर हम लोग ये स्ट्रक्चरल डिफरेंसेज पढ़ेंगे. वेडनेसडे 6 PM ये टाइम मैं आपको दे रहा हूं. उस टॉपिक में हम पढ़ेंगे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफरेंसेज ऑफ ब्लड वेसल्स, एंड दैट डिविजन्स आर बेस्ड ऑन देयर साइज. लाइक मेन ब्लड वेसल और द लार्जेस्ट ब्लड वेसल्स आर लाइक द aorta. It is called as elastic arteries. Then medium sized blood vessels called muscular arteries. Then arterioles, then capillaries. These are of different types: continuous, fenestrated, sinusoidal. More details we will read in upcoming class. Then venules, then finally medium-sized veins, and then the large veins and vena cava. ये सारे details हम लोग और the structural differences based on their size we will read in the upcoming class. So today we have read very small thing, very less things. Today we have read basically the systemic and the pulmonary circulation, their functioning, and then about the divisions. So you just should know about how the blood vessels are divided into different types based on their sizes and structural differences. So more details we will read in the upcoming class. I just want to show you the one diagram here. Yeah, this diagram. Just want to show you this diagram. You just uh, try to look that how the different branches or the different types of the blood vessels are how they are different. Like you can notice that from heart, the big arteries that is called aorta that are coming and which are ultimately dividing by itself. वो artery अपने आप ही divide होते हैं, medium size artery, then small size artery, ultimately arterioles, meta-arterioles, and then capillaries, then from capillaries to venules to medium size vein, large size veins, and ultimately to the heart, that is to the right atrium. So this is this same cycle, and we will read about the histological components as well as the more details. I know most of the things has been taught to you in the general anatomy classes. जनरल एनाटॉमी में आपको ज्यादातर चीजें पढ़ाई जा चुकी है. Then but again, because of the importance of this topic, I need to take this class separately. Thank you all for this class and very good attendance from all of you. Thank you. I hope you are doing very good in your health as well as in the studies. Studies में भी आप लोग रहिए जुड़े हुए और पढ़ाई भी करिए. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
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 Thank you. Thank you all. I am ending. Thank you.